None of us. So you better hear what the Spirit is bringing. See, but his delight is in the law of the Most High. And in his law does he meditate day and night. Just a man that's going to be blessed. And he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water. A tree planted by the rivers of water going to flourish with much fruit. And he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water that bringeth forth his fruit in his season. His leaf also shall not wither, and whatsoever he doeth shall prosper. See? Whatever he do gonna prosper. The unrighteous are not so, but are like the shaft which the wind driveth away. The shaft, you got the wind, you have the wheat, that part of the wheat that's no good, the wind just blows it away, ready for the furnace. Therefore the unrighteous shall not stand in the judgment, nor sinners in the congregation of the righteous. For the Most High knoweth the way of the righteous, but the way of the unrighteous shall perish. See? So you better understand, people, this is serious as serious can be. Don't wait till he come upon you, as he have those that have had to feel the wrath of the Most High and the destruction that he's bringing upon this earth. Don't wait till it comes and then you cry upon him. And then we got to go back to where it was at. Proverbs, 1st chapter. Because I'm quite sure our brothers and sisters in Puerto Rico and Haiti, Mexico, Houston, different parts of the world, where the things the things we can already read about is happening, I'm quite sure some of them called on God or whatever name they used for the Creator during the time of what he says he's going to do and what he's dealing with, and a little bit of destruction that he's bringing upon this earth, because he just getting warmed up. I don't want to say he's getting warmed up. He just have the angels go out there and do a little bit of something. This ain't nothing compared to where it's going to be. Everybody, because people don't fear the Most High yet. They don't fear him. So things that you say he's going to do, and they're going to blaspheme the name of the Most High. Oh no, he ain't did that yet. But it's coming. Because it's prophesied. He put it in his word. It's coming. Proverbs 1:24 said, because I called and you refused. Proverbs 1:24. I have stretched out my hand and no man regardeth. People ain't paying attention. But ye have said at naught nothing, all my counsel, and with none of my reproof. See, once it's over with, you go back to normal. And your normal is being dead, ignorant, in darkness, and not in the light. Certain things happen to you should change you. You should want to be born again. Become that new creature, that new man. You see? But no, you want to remain the same. So therefore, go back to your dead state of mind. Looking at me, can you imagine those that are in Puerto Rico looking at all the destruction that's been done? And how many are thinking about, wow, this is from the Most High. We got to change. Stop believing in Caesar Borgia and bowing down to Mary and so forth, the Catholic religion and so forth, or whatever religion they have going throughout Puerto Rico at this time. And come back to these laws, statutes, commandments of the Most High. Listen what he say. Verse 26. See, I also will laugh at your calamity. Hear what he said? He laughing at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. When you start hollering, oh, that's what I'm telling you. It's the time now, people, if you ain't received the calamity, destruction of the Most High, the woe, the Most High. It's time now. Get yourself together. Not later, not another time, but right now. You see, I will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. When you start seeing and hearing, like I say, they said that hurricane was like somebody screaming. Most High laughing at you. He said, I will laugh. I also will laugh at your calamity. When this happened, he laughing at you. He laughing. I will mock when your fear cometh. He gonna make fun of you when your fear cometh. Because you ain't thought of him before this. Before he bringing that destruction on you. That's why he said, when your fear cometh, as what? Desolation. Isn't Puerto Rico pretty much desolate? The islands, a lot of islands, they're pretty much desolate. Houston, they say, is jacked up from the hurricane, the floods, and when the levees broke. Most I could have stopped that from happening. Children 1,000 miles away from home without their parents. New people watching over them. They don't know. That's not fun. But when they crying, most I say, I'm gonna mock you. I'm gonna laugh at you. When your fear comes, it's what? Desolation. And your destruction cometh as a whirlwind. Now, wasn't that tornado like a whirlwind? Don't they show it way out in the ocean? It takes the plight of the slave trade. Don't be going around in a circle. A whirlwind. And your destruction cometh as a whirlwind. When distress and anguish come upon you, then shall they call upon me. See, people will call upon them then, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early. You're going to seek them early. But they shall not find me. For that they hated knowledge. They hated the fear of the Most High, which verse 7 told you. The fear of the Most High is the beginning of knowledge. For that they hated knowledge. You hated the fear of the Most High, which is the beginning of knowledge. And did not choose the fear of the Most High. See? You choose the fear of the Most High. You choose to be afraid of the Most High. Like a lot of you, when it's going to come. He's saying it. You think he ain't true? So it's going to take them years. Get that island back together. As it was. Therefore shall they eat of the fruit of their own way. And be filled with their own devices. See? I mean, that place is flatline. Finished. You know, it's sad. I see my people in lines 2 miles long just to get whatever water they can get, whatever they have, or the containers that they can have in their hands, if they didn't own a car or a truck or something. That's why you gotta praise the Most High and do what he say do now and not later. And don't wait till it's too late. Go to Deuteronomy 28. Deuteronomy 28 and 1 and 2. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken, which means to listen, diligently unto the voice of the Most High thy power, to observe and to do all his commandments which I command thee this day, that the Most High thy power will set thee on high above all nations of the earth. All nations of the earth. if we do his commandments. Most I said he's going to set us on high above all nations of the earth. And all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee, if, that's a condition, thou shalt hearken, which means listen unto the voice of the Most High, thy power, your power. So from verse 4 to 14, all the blessings. This is the kingdom. We're going to have all these blessings. Because we're coming back to the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High. Following them, observing them, doing them. But verse 15, but, that's a condition, just like if is. But it shall come to pass if, that's a condition, thou wilt not hearken, you don't want to listen unto the voice of the Most High, thy power, your power, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. All these curses going to come upon us and overtake us. See? So from verse 16 all the way to 68 are curses that befell we, the 12 tribes of Israel. And no one else can say, go through all these curses and say, this happened to me as a people. Or we as a people. You see? Nobody can say that but us. We, the 12 tribes of Israel. So let's look at verse 58. If thou wilt not observe to do all the words of this law that are written in this book, that thou mayest fear this glorious and fearful name, the Most High thy power, if thou wilt not observe to do all the words of this law that are written in this book, that thou mayest fear, be afraid, be scared, mayest fear this glorious and fearful name, the Most High thy power, then the Most High will make thy plagues wonderful, and the plagues of thy seed, your children, our children, even great plagues, and of a long continuance, lasting a long time, and sore sicknesses. Look at all these diseases that they have on the earth today. And on long continents, diseases that they don't have no cure for. That's what the Most High say he's going to do. Verse 60, moreover, he will bring upon thee all the diseases of Egypt, which thou wast afraid of, and they shall cleave unto thee. See? So he's going to cleave unto us. See, in every sickness, and every plague, which is not written in the book of this law, them will the Most High bring upon thee until thou be destroyed. You hear that? When he say thou be destroyed, he kill you. You be put to death. So once we came out of Egypt, and Joshua and Caleb, the only ones, the adults that he allowed us to follow as children, or the adults that he killed within the 40 years that we wandered in the wilderness. That's what he told us in Joshua 24, last book of Joshua. And let's book it at verse 14. Now therefore fear the Most High, and serve him in sincerity and in truth, and put away the gods which your fathers served on the other side of the flood and in Egypt, and serve ye the Most High. Put away all these religions. Put away your religious thoughts for you today. You come to the truth, you want to bring your religion with you. That's gods. That's idols. That's idolatry. Or else you gotta say that wherever you came from is the truth, the laws of the Most High. It was the right way. Or else you're dealing with idolatry. I love the truth because everything, she said, start from scratch. Start all over again. You in preschool. No matter how old you are. Start all over again. Don't compare your religion, wherever you came from, with the truth. Once you know the truth, you can compare everything else to the Bible, the words of the Most High, the laws of the Most High. That's what's being compared. Not your religion to the truth. So you do that because you don't want to be like you all, that's pride. That's pride. That's why he said, hey, suffer little children to come to me, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. You got to be like a child. A child does what? They're like a sponge. They're observing what it is that's being said. They hearing it and they can follow it because they're not tainted by the wicked world. Young children, I say, because by the time you don't get them by the time they really, maybe before they're even 10 years old, it's too late. And nowadays, because the world got them. They're too interested in what the world has to say. The world ain't going to save them. The world's set up to send them straight to hell. That's why I say you're supposed to teach your sons and your sons' sons so they can teach the women. And women can teach the children. See, we had a curriculum from 1 to 5. The women that knew the truth was teaching the children. While the men was doing the work, whatever they was doing. Women was in charge of the children from birth to 5 years old. From 5 to 12 was a curriculum. From 12 to 30 was a curriculum. See, we the ones that had universities and so forth. We had high levels of understanding. We chose the people of the Most High. You think we didn't? Egypt was powerful when we was there. As the Israelites. Once we left Egypt, what's Egypt now? What's so powerful about Egypt now? But you look at the most powerful people on the earth. It's the Israelites. You take us away from everything that we created, this world be primitive. You hear what he said? He said he made the whole world for our sakes. So wherever we at, majority of is salvation to those who we are under, and they prosper every time we was in captivity. Because we the chosen people of the Most High. And these nations know it. And it has been said, you have the chosen people of the Most High in your hands and have not treated them right. The judgment gonna come. Just like the judgment came upon us. He told us that you don't do what I say do, hey, I'm gonna jack you up. And he jacked us up. We still jacked up. Because we ain't followed the laws that's come out from the Most High. And the things that he said, okay, well, you can look at the enemy all you want to, or this, that, the third. He said he's going to do it. He's doing it. It's the Most High. He the one that gave us, look, you better understand, he told us what he's going to do, and he did it. He did it. And you can't feel it, then you in some kind of mystical bubble somewhere. You can't see what he's done to us. We as the children of Israel. He's done it to us. Here we are thinking that we all that. We ain't nothing as we ought to be. Because we ain't in the kingdom. So how are we something? You know, you get a chance to go out and we got to get a chance to go out and prophesy before the enemy, and like it would be something. We got to humble ourselves before the Most High and show our people how to be saved along with the prophesying. Because if everybody going to have a prideful attitude, you hateful before the Most. Pride is hateful before the Most High and man, a true righteous man. Because he know you got a Most High wants you to have a broken and contrite spirit before the Most High. If you don't show that, This ain't something that's you do behind closed doors and nobody could even feel that you humble, and you telling our people that you come with humility and a broken and contrite spirit was pleased the Most High, and don't tell the people to fear the Most High, be afraid of the Most High. You just like the religions. What's the difference? They say Most High is love. They don't fear the Most High. They blame everything on Satan, the devil. Not knowing. Listen, go to Baruch, the 4th chapter. Verse 6. Baruch 4 and 6. You were sold to the nations, not for your destruction, but because, this is why, because you moved the Most High to wrath. You were delivered unto the enemies. Because we moved the Most High. We were wrong. That's why he sold us. He made the whole world for our sake. But you hear what he said? You were sold to the nations, not for your destruction. That's why we're still here. But because you moved the Most High to wrath. You was delivered unto the enemies. For you provoked him that made you by sacrificing unto devils, and not to the Most High. Unto this day. Sacrificing unto devils. And we'll justify your spirit in the way you feel. It ain't got nothing to do with the Most High's law, statutes, commandments. Just the way you feel. The way you think. You want somebody to feel the way you feel. 1 Corinthians 10. Come back. We're coming back there. 1 Corinthians 10 and 20. You sacrifice unto devils. Straight up. Until this day. 1 Corinthians 10 and 20. But I say that the things which the Gentiles, these other nations outside the 12 tribes of Israel, sacrifice, they sacrifice the devils. And you Gentiles that call yourself Gentiles that are Israelites, you sacrifice the devils. You worship devils. And not to the Most High. And I would not that ye should have fellowship with devils. Hear what he said? Say, I would not that ye should have fellowship with devils. You could not drink the cup of the Most High. And let me say this too. Because some of you that's following the way of the Gentiles, you devils too. You sacrifice the devils. He said he don't want us to have fellowship with devils. Because them devils will come in and do what? They'll always be against the truth. Because what they're going to bring with them? Their religion. Their gods. They praying to Caesar Borgia. They can't get that out of their mind, out of their brain. Because they've been programmed that way. It has been said. It ain't something I'm just making up. It has been said. Man, it took a long time to get that image, that image out of my mind because I was programmed by it. See? It says, but I say that the things which the Gentiles sacrifice, they sacrifice to devils, and not to the Most High. And I would not that ye should have fellowship with devils. Ye cannot drink the cup of the Most High, and of Mashiach Yahushua, and the cup of devils. You cannot be partakers of the Most High's table, and of the table of devils. See? Either you're going to accept this truth, and start from scratch, and don't try to bring your idolatry of these religions and so forth. Most High gave us laws, statutes, commandments. He said we're supposed to teach our sons, and sons are supposed to teach their sons. He gave us laws, statutes, commandments. Give us no damn religion. Which come from a Latin word, relegio, meaning to hold back, keep down, and restrain you from what and who? The Most High, the Mashiach Yahushua, and his laws, statutes, commandments. What they telling you? You ain't got to keep the laws of the Most High. You ain't got to follow him, but you got to keep the law of the land. Keep the law of devils. That's what they're telling you, which we do got to follow the law of the land. But you cannot bring forth his understanding. That's why I went over and keep going over the religious instructions of the Negroes in the United States of America. We all come from the waters of Judah. For all you that say, I ain't got to listen to that, ain't no nigga. Yeah, you are. If you're an Israelite, all of us come from the waters of Judah. Make it say something different. You can't. So if you following the way of the land, you're at war with the Most High anyway. So you're an enemy of the Most High. The world set up to send you straight to hell. You hear what it said? You can't follow the Most High in the way of devils. You can't sit at the Most High's table. At a table you eat. You're supposed to be eating this word up. That's what we're eating. This is food. It's supposed to satisfy you. You're hungry, pick up the Bible and start reading it. Precept upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little and there a little, and see, don't you be filled. Better understand. When they fasted for 40 days and 40 days, what do you think they were doing? Just sitting around talking, I'm hungry. Oh man, I wish I could give you something to drink, man. I'm just hungry. I gotta give you something. No. It was in his word. Fasting and praying. And in his word. Listen, James 4:4. That's what a lot of y'all, ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with the Most High? You at war with the Most High. Well, I say the Gentiles sacrifice the devils. That's our problem. You want to bring the devil's doctrine with you into the truth. And some of you never let it go. You still got it. Or you caught in a rut in a certain generation of how it was then and now. The spirit ain't stopped. It's moving. It's moving. It's active. It's not still. It's not stagnant. Listen. Ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with the Most High? You at war with the Most High. Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is the enemy of the Most High. So if you're the enemy of the Most High, what do you think he's going to do to you? Throw your butt in the lake of fire. That's what's given to you. So I say the world set up to send you straight to hell with it. Straight up. So if all you out there talking about, you ain't got to follow the Most High. That's what you're saying when you say you ain't under the law of the Most High. Because last book of the Bible telling you got to follow these. These are they that keep the laws, statutes, commandments of the Most High, the true testimony of Mashiach Yahushua. So how you going to deny that? Mashiach Yahushua said he ain't come to destroy the law of the prophets, Matthew 5:17. But came to fulfill. And that was fulfill what was written about him and suffering for the 12 tribes of Israel, shedding his precious blood for us. It's written. Where? On the prophets. Revelation 22, the last book of the Bible, verse 14. Blessed are they that do his commandments. Revelation 22 and 14. Blessed are they that do his commandments. No different than what he told us in Deuteronomy 28 and 1 and 2. And all the scriptures that I've been going over. Blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life. The tree of life is everlasting life. We had it in the garden. We were thinking of all the trees in the garden, but you cannot eat of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. The tree of life was there. He made us to live forever. But what do? We want to be mortal. Or we want to be like everybody else he made. Until this day. You say, oh, you don't need no king. The nations got king. Other nations got king. We want to be just like them. So I say, you at war with the Most High, and you the enemy of the Most High. He told us he gave us laws and statutes and commandments above all the nations. They don't say, hey, surely this is a wise and understanding people who have statutes and commandments like this. Paraphrase. Come on. He said when we do what he say do, he gonna put us above all nations of the earth. He gonna be below nobody. And that's forever and ever and ever. You gotta humble yourself before the Most High. Before He come and humble you. As He said, when your calamity, your destruction come, He gonna laugh at you. He gonna mock you when your fear comes. When you gonna call on the Most High, He say, I ain't gonna hear you. I will not hear you. Don't wait till the fear of the Most High come upon you to call upon Him, else you're going to fulfill what He just said. You better get it right now. Listen, blessed are they that do His commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life and may enter in through the gates into the city. That's what we want. He got 3 tribes, 12 tribes of Israel, 3 tribes on the north, 3 tribes on the south, 3 tribes on the east, 3 tribes on the west. 12 tribes of Israel, 3 tribes on each gate. Going into the gates. Tell me, you want to go into the pearly gates? Yeah. Y'all even know what y'all saying. You got 3 tribes on each of those gates. They teaching that now. Look, Revelation 21:12. And had a wall great and high, and had 12 gates. And at the gates 12 angels, and names written thereon, which are the names of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. See? And the wall of the city had 12 foundations, and in them the names of the 12 apostles of the Lamb. See? Look. Verse 13. On the east 3 gates, on the north 3 gates, on the south 3 gates, and on the west 3 gates. What are these gates? What do these gates have? Verse 12, last part of 12. Which are the names of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Simeon, Zebulun, Ephraim, Manasseh, Reuben, Gad, Naphtali, Asher, and Issachar. 12 tribes of Israel. 3 tribes on each gate, each direction. No, how you get anybody else in that? Talking about you want to go to the pearly gates. You're not the 12 tribes of Israel. You don't want the 12 tribes of Israel. You ain't going to the gates. You would have said Revelation 22:14. Blessed are they that do His commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life, live forever, immortality, eternal life, and may enter in through the gates into the city. See? 12 gates, 3 in each direction of the 12, and the names of the 12 tribes of Israel. Judah going to this gate, Benjamin going to this gate, Levi going to this gate, Ephraim going to this gate. See? I mean, all the 12 tribes going to them gates of the city, New Jerusalem. You get ready to rule forever and ever and ever. Lord Yah, to the Most High. But you hear what He said? Blessed are they that keep His commandments. The last book of the Bible. So how you going to allow somebody to tell you anything different? Because you wicked. And you the enemy of the Most High, at war with the Most High. You love this world. And the world set up to send you straight to hell with it. Why He said, come out of her, my people. Come out of what? Come out of the mindset. Come out of the mindset of the way people think today. That's what He's saying. So that you can see clearly, without faults and sins, and having to go to the Most High through a Mashiach Yahushua all the time for forgiveness, because you don't take the time to learn what's right. to live what's right and to apply what's right in your life. There's no excuse for us. No excuse. Any questions? Nope. So you should know it all. You better have it. Because everything that we say is before the Most High's throne. So you better know. So I can tell you better know. Just a moment. Okay, we're going to continue on this because it's a lot more that I want to bring out through the Spirit of the Most High. Let's look at 1 Samuel's 12th chapter. 1 Samuel, the 12th chapter. First Samuel's 12 and 14. If ye will fear the Most High and serve him and obey his voice and not rebel against the commandment of the Most High, then shall both ye and also the king that reigneth over you continue following the Most High your power. See, fearing the Most High, serving, obeying his voice is what? His commandments, his law, statutes, commandments, his rules and regulations. You know about that. Verse 15. But, which is a condition, if is another condition, you will not obey the voice of the Most High, but rebel against the commandment of the Most High, then shall the hand of the Most High be against you, as it was against your fathers. See? The hand of the Most High will be against us, as it was against our fathers. That's why I go back to Baruch, the 4th chapter. And verse 6. You were sold to the nations, not for your destruction, Baruch 4 and 6 in the Apocrypha. Not for your destruction, but because you moved the Most High to wrath. You were delivered unto the enemies, for you provoked him that made you by sacrifice unto devils, and not to the Most High. Ye have forgotten the everlasting power that brought you up, and ye have grieved Jerusalem that nursed you. See, our homeland of Jerusalem, so we grieved Jerusalem that nursed us. For when she saw the wrath of the Most High coming upon you, she said, Hearken, listen, O ye that dwell about Zion, 12 tribes of Israel. The Most High have brought upon me great mournings. See, the Most High brought upon the land of Israel great mourning. For I saw the captivity of my sons and daughters, which the everlasting brought upon them. So he said he was going to do it, and he did it. The Most High brought this upon us because we didn't do what he said do. Now, you're going to allow somebody to tell you continually in this year and before this year, continually, that you ain't got to follow him? You ain't got to keep his laws, statutes, and commandments. You ain't got to keep his rules and regulations, his laws. Those are his laws, not ours, his laws. He took the time to give us 613 laws. And you don't tell me that you going to allow somebody to tell you that you don't have to follow him? You don't love him. 1 John 5:3 says, for this is the love of the Most High, that we keep his commandments. The commandments are not grievous. Love is the keeping of the commandments. 2 John 6, and they ain't going nowhere. Mashiach Shai said in his own words, when he came here in the flesh to redeem us back to the Most High by his precious blood. He said in John 14:50, if you love me, St. John 14:50 says, if you love me, keep my commandments. Keep my laws. So you love him and you taught you ain't got to keep his laws? Come on. You love your Jesus, but you don't keep his law. He said, you love me, keep my commandments. It ain't going nowhere. That's all day. St. John 14:15. It's there. 1 John 5:3. 2 John 6. I mean, it's there. The definition of sin, the transgression of the law in 1 John 3:4. Y'all believe in religions? Y'all believe in the New Testament? It's right there. Sin is the transgression of the law. Whose law? The Most High's laws. Y'all better stop being fooled. Verse 11. With joy did I nourish them, but sent them away with weeping and mourning. Hear that? So the land was enjoying us being in the land as the Israelites, but he sent us away, weeping and mourning. When the Most High say, hey, when you cry to me, I ain't gonna hear you. I'm gonna laugh at you. But we was weeping and mourning, leaving the land of Israel. So let no man rejoice over me, a widow, and forsaken of many, who for the sins of my children am left desolate unto this day. It's the land saying, no matter what you see over there in that land of Israel, say that land is left desolate because they departed from the law of the Most High. Remember, I told you in Daniel's 9:11, we have transgressed the laws of the Most High. When we said we're going to follow him, but we lied to the Most High. That's why he put this upon us. They knew not his statutes, nor walked in the way of his commandments. Don't that sound like religions today? You ain't under the law. You ain't under no commandments. Why you want to put yourself in bondage? You free. Do whatever your mind says. Do whatever your heart. Follow your heart. These are all the things that's being said to our people. No matter how you look at it. In death, the judgment going to come, just like the rich man and Lazarus. In hell, they're going to be crying out. Because they believe that they don't have to follow the Most High. You can't believe in the Most High and don't do what he say do. Come on. That don't make no sense. Verse 13, they knew not his statutes, nor walked in the ways of his commandments, nor trod in the paths of discipline and his righteousness. And you know the righteousness is what? Keeping of the laws of the Most High. Deuteronomy 6:25, all day and all night. It ain't going nowhere 24/7. It's right there. Open up your Bible and look at it. He tell you in Psalms 119, 142, his righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and his law is the truth. See? So, with that, I'm going to leave you with what the land is talking concerning us. And I hope that someone that hear this message was moved and edified by the Spirit of the Most High and fearing the Most High. As we went through pretty much his laws, through the law, saying it over and over again. And throughout the word of the Most High, telling us over and over again. So I hope the arrogancy of all you that are high-minded will be ceased, and you will humble yourself and come with a broken and contrite spirit before the Most High, before he visits you. And with that I say, Shalom.